Today, we are here to talk about generating recurring revenue with a business directory website. Hey, everybody, I'm Justin, one of the co founders here at Ideal Directories, and I'd like to welcome you all to this private session to help you learn more about the Ideal Directories platform and business opportunity. We're going to go over the Ideal Directories platform and opportunity from top to bottom. We'll discuss how the program works. I'll walk you through some of the most important features, and I'll show you how you can make money with your own business directory and coupon website. Here at Ideal Directories, it's all about helping small businesses and recurring revenue. Now, if you're here, you know that businesses need help advertising online, and you know how important a recurring revenue business model is. Some of you are probably looking for something that's, part-time or nights and weekends for some supplementary income. And this is perfect for that, but others may also be eager to make this a full-time gig. And you can do that with this as well. Now, we're going to talk about all of that today and a lot more, so please let's get this going. But before we do, take a quick moment, send me a note in the form of a Q&A to let me know that you can hear me and give me the city and state that you're connecting from. I want to get a sense of where everyone is located today. And I'd also love to know that I'm not speaking into an empty room. Plus, knowing where you are gives me a little context of the makeup of today's attendees. So let's get that going if you don't mind. The Q&A, that's where you can do it. Q&A or questions, whatever they're always constantly renaming things. So questions tab. Thank you, Lashia. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, David. Awesome. All right. Now, while you're doing that, let's take a look at our agenda for today. So we're going to start by answering the question, what is Ideal Directories? Good place to start, right? Following that will be some insight on how you make money. We'll even offer some coveted sales tips and suggestions that will help you maximize your efforts. Next, there will be a discussion on how to market your directory, which I know is an important question for many of you. Then we'll do a platform demonstration to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the platform, discuss the cost and what's involved in getting started, and I'll wrap it up with a live Q&A session where you can ask anything you'd like. Well, not anything, but you get the idea. Now, okay, I'm looking Maryland. We got a Long Islander. All right. Virginia. Texas, several Texas. Very good. Okay, good. Cool. Now let's start from the top. What is Ideal Directories, you ask? Ideal Directories lets you own a hyper-local community website that features local businesses, coupons, promotions, deals, and events in and around your neighborhood, community, town, or city. You make money by selling business listings on your site. The exposure they get is very valuable. Businesses get what's called a business profile listing packed with photos, videos, testimonials, and more, which I'll show you in a little while here. Plus, you can sell them ads. The more listings and ads you sell, the more money you make. Now, we've invested a lot into this platform and the business model to make sure that you have everything you need to hit the ground running from day one. You're not just buying some software from us. And I think that'll become very clear as we progress. All right, so that was quick and painless. Now, you know what it is, but why? Why start a local business directory and coupon website for your town or city? Why now? Well, I'll tell you, creating a local business directory and coupon website is the perfect business opportunity. And here's what I mean by that. So it's perfect for local businesses because they get effective, affordable advertising that they can easily understand and appreciate. You're offering to them for a flat monthly fee an unlimited amount of traffic and leads for their business that's targeting the local area that they serve. Now, it's also perfect for local consumers and local shoppers because it helps them find all the local deals, discounts, reviews, and events from local businesses. Of course, it's also perfect for you because with Ideal Directories, you can start and run an online business with no technical experience, no prior knowledge, all while setting your own prices and calling your own shots. And that's, I think, a pretty good segue into talking about how you make money. Now, as we just stated, you make money selling business listings on your website because it's much less expensive than traditional advertising like newspaper ads or direct mail. It's much easier to sell. Take a look at the screenshot here, okay? This is the business profile listing that I just mentioned. Each business who appears on your site gets a listing like this. It's got the name of the business, their phone number, address, map with directions, website link, reviews, hours of operation, social media connections, payment methods they accept, some about information, coupons, events, promotions, contact form, menus, videos. It's a lot, okay? It's almost like a little, like a mini website that puts the business in the best light possible with all the most important information front and center. And businesses get all of this for one monthly price that you set yourself. Now, the average price that our clients generally sell listings for is $50 per month per business. But of course, you can set your own prices and charge however much you want. That's your decision. Now, regardless of how much you charge, I want to make sure you know that businesses can sign up for and create these listings themselves, paying with a credit or debit card right through your site with automatic monthly recurring payments that get deposited right into your bank account. And you keep 100% of the revenue. Now, let's do some math. The chart on this slide illustrates how much money you can make if you charged an average of just $50 per month for each business to be listed on your site. Now, remember, this amount is just a suggestion, and you can charge businesses as much or as little as you'd like. You can also earn additional income by selling banner ads on your website. But let's focus on the sale of listings only for this part of our conversation. Starting on the left side of this chart, if you sell listings to just 25 advertisers, 25 local businesses, multiply that by $50 per month, and you're looking at a monthly income of $1,250 per month, which is $15,000 per year. But 25 listings is nothing. There are hundreds, if not thousands of businesses in even the smallest markets. Regardless of what area you're serving, everyone has the potential to sell a heck of a lot more than 25 listings. 100, 200, even 1,000. And this chart illustrates that the income potential is pretty substantial. And so are the margins because we only charge you a flat fee for your site and the platform. You're going to pay the same amount whether you've got 25 listings or 250 listings sold on your site. And that's one of the things that makes this a very scalable business model. So who's intimidated? Raise your hand. No one, exactly. That's what I thought. Listen, we're talking about making sales that are, give or take $50 to businesses who are accustomed to spending a lot more than that on advertising. So when it comes to selling these listings, it's simple, it's straightforward, and it's affordable. Nonetheless, I do have some quick tips and suggestions to share with you today. Now, the first one is to think long term. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not going to be an overnight success. Can you launch your site by tomorrow using our platform? Yes. Will you make your first $1,000 tomorrow? It's not likely. Just being honest. Focus on your year over year revenue, not the number of sales you close in your first day or your first week or your first month even. Now, let's say you did this as a side business and did almost nothing in terms of sales, okay? And you're selling only one listing per week, for example. That's 50 listings you'll have in a year's time. But look, 50 listings times $50 per month puts a total of $2,500 in your pocket every month. And that's like the bare minimum, okay? Now, here's another tip. Hire a sales rep. If you don't want to do the sales yourself, or if you want to accelerate the process of bigger revenue numbers, then bring a commissioned sales rep on board to do the work with or for you. Incentivize them with each sale they make. And we have some suggestions to share with you once you come on board with a compensation plan that you can implement to hire and effectively pay these salespeople. And I've got one more tip for you. Regardless of who's doing the sales, you or a sales rep, I want to help you out by telling you who you can start targeting. Now, the truth is, every business can benefit from being listed on your site, but I want to give you a quick rundown of the industries that people go to first and why. So let's go through them together and take a couple notes, guys, because this could be very, very helpful to you as you get going. Let's go through them together. The first one is going to be restaurants. Now, restaurants are known to invest quite heavily in local advertising, and they've got a lot of competition to beat out. Remember, now this is a broad category. It's not just your Italian restaurants and barbecue joints. This also encompasses delis, diners, sushi, gourmet food shops, ice cream shops, bagel shops, bakeries, and more. Next, home improvement. They generally sell big ticket purchases, so they're often willing to invest more in advertising to land that next client. Everyone from painters, electricians, interior designers, upholstery cleaning, solar panel companies, landscapers, chimney cleaning, and garage door openers and garage door repairs fit into this segment. Then we get into professional services. Here's your lawyers, accountants, tax preppers, business consultants, private investigators, mortgage brokers, life coaches, insurance agents, and web designers. They're all generally based from home or from small offices without the street traffic or exposure that other storefronts benefit from. So they need all the online exposure they can possibly get. Now let's talk automotive. So automotive services relies on the trust amongst a very local clientele. Nobody wants to travel very far for auto repair. When the car is not working, they don't want to go very far, nor can they, most likely. And they want to be able to trust that what they say is wrong with their car is actually wrong with their car. So directory listings help them build credibility and trust while making themselves known to the local community. This segment includes mechanics plus your body shops, tire and wheel repair shops, towing companies, detailing services, and a lot more. Now we're only halfway through. All right, so stick with me here. Next is healthcare providers. This is a highly competitive segment with a wide range of demographics they appeal to. I mean, think of all the family practices and dentists and plastic surgeons, psychiatrists, medical spas, veterinarians, chiropractors, and acupuncturists who are all vying for new patients in your area. This market's big and their pockets are big too. Then we have retail stores. These are your beauty salons, your boutiques. These are the mom and pop shops that every town is known for. They have intense competition from larger franchises and bigger retailers, so they need your help. They need all the help they can get, whether they're a jeweler, a hair salon, a sporting goods store, a barber shop, a wine store, etc. Now, these next two categories get overlooked a lot. The first one is going to be childcare and education services, which consist of your daycares, tutoring, children's fitness, early learning programs, and kids' party places that thrive on trust and reliability. Parents do a ton of research, making a decision. So the more they see it out of business in this segment, the more convinced they can become. Finally, outdoor activities. Look, especially during the pandemic, outdoor activities have seen a huge spike in public interest because of social distancing, and they're being catapulted into digital local advertising. So they need to capitalize on this movement, and they need all the exposure they can possibly get. Everything from wineries to, petting zoos and breweries, boat tours, amusement parks, mini golf, fishing charters. There's a ton of them. Bet you didn't even realize how vast this opportunity was, right? In terms of local businesses. And these are just, this list here is just the top recommendations that we have. Now, I want you to think about something for a quick second. These top 8 industries, I just listed off about 40 business types total. Now, if you sold just one listing to each of these businesses and you charge them $50 a month, that's $2,000 a month right there. Now, if you take this seriously and sell 10 listings into each of those categories, just 10, that's now $20,000 a month in revenue. There is a huge opportunity here. You can do this. Now, let's turn our attention to a very popular question that people ask. And we love to hear this question because it shows you're thinking. No insult to those who are not pondering this, by the way, but the question is, how do you market your business directory website? Excuse me one second. Of course, I get it. You want to know what it takes to get a website like this out to the people and the businesses in the community. That's why, once you sign up, we give you access to professionally designed sales and marketing material to help you look professional, promote your site, and attract advertisers, including our coveted Getting Started guide, a beautiful 4-page marketing brochure, sales flyers, sample sales scripts, business card template, a press release template, a QR code leave behind, advertiser order form templates, and a lot more. Oh, and how can I forget our powerful ebook that gives you 100 ways to market your business directory website. Some of my favorite tactics, let's go over them, include social media marketing. Whether it's Facebook or Instagram or whatever gram, you can find and build an online community of business owners and shoppers for free with just a little bit of time in front of a computer or a cell phone. It's probably one of the most efficient, fun, and creative ways to market your website. Another is the business to business networking, specifically with the local chamber of commerce. So now your local chamber of commerce, if you don't know this, is a group of business owners in your community who gather regularly to network, build relationships, and help each other. Lots of them do business within the group with each other. And it's a great way to rub elbows with people who could be potential clients of yours. Another favorite that I'll highlight today is to do door-to-door sales. Look, talking with and visiting local businesses is not only a great way to close sales, but it's a great way to introduce and talk about the website. Every time you pitch your site to a local business, you're spreading the word in your community. We all know that marketing and sales go hand in hand. This is probably the best example of that. And a lot of you may be wondering, but wait, do I need a lot of traffic to my site in order to start selling listings? The answer is a big fat no. You do not need traffic to start selling. Look, if a potential client raises this concern, just be prepared. Here's a simple way to address it. I just did a separate video on this not too long ago. You could watch on our site. The gist of it is this. You got to be honest. Acknowledge that the site is in fact brand new, but tell them about your goals. You might say, look, well, we don't have a lot of traffic right now. We have goals of growing our site and getting thousands of local visitors every month. We're not there yet, but we have plans in place to get there. Then talk about your marketing plans. Discuss what you'll be doing. Everything from optimizing the site for local search to getting active on social media to looking at sponsorship opportunities in the community, along with networking. Assure them that you'll do everything you can to make this site a true community resource so they get the value that they're paying for. You can also highlight your low pricing, right? You could say, look, the rates I'm showing you today are introductory, and they won't stay this way once we come closer to achieving our traffic goals. But you might incentivize them to sign up now by promising to keep their introductory rates in place for the life of your business relationship. Finally, do not forget to sell yourself. People don't just buy into your site, they buy into you. So talk about your passion for helping local businesses, about your time spent growing up or raising a family in the area, your genuine desire to offer affordable advertising options for local businesses. Assure them that as a fellow local business owner, you'll get to work to make them happy and eager to share this site with their friends and family. Now let's take a moment to look at the actual platform in a little bit more detail. So I'm going to attempt to switch my screen without completely throwing a wrench into everything. So bear with me just one second. Let's see, can I do it? Can I do it? Yay. All right. So let's go over the public side of things first. So this is what the public side of your site is going to look like. You'll put your logo up here. You'll change this to be your colors and fonts. It's going to look pretty. Change out this background image if you want to. And the homepage consists of a really easy to use form that allows people to come to your site to search for businesses in and around the area. They can learn a little bit more about the brand and explore the people who are paying you most on your site. These are your featured listings. These are the people who are going to be paying you the most because they're getting this homepage exposure. Then on the site, you only have a couple of other things that I want to point out to you. The browse listing page doubles as your search results page. So anytime you do a search or click browse, you're going to get faced with this type of layout with your categories listed on the right. You can dive into, or visitors can dive into any of the listings by clicking on view profile. And this is what the profile page looks like once again, with the sliding images, the reviews, the average star rating, hours of operation, about the business, website link, map of directions, coupons and deals, all this fun stuff. The coupons and deals page in itself is going to feature all the coupons and deals from all of your listings in one place. So it's basically doubling the amount of exposure each of your listings can get if they provide a coupon. It's a great way to incentivize people to include coupons as part of their listings. Events is kind of the same thing. An events page is going to have all the events from all of your listings listed in chronological order. The About Us page allows you to tell your story, and then the Advertise page is where people can come to sign up for a listing. You control these prices. You control what each plan consists of. And then people can come and click to get started and actually pay with their credit card right through your site immediately to get started. Self sign up. Now, from your dashboard, it's really simple. Once I'm at my dashboard, this is not something your clients will see. It's only for you. So you can do things like manage your listings, check out your general settings, assign your domain name. One of the really cool things I like to show people is the local prospecting tool. So like I'm just going to pull one of your listings that you typed in before. Marlboro, Maryland. I had difficulty with that one. I could tell I was never a smoker. Upper Marlboro, sorry, that's why it didn't come up. Upper Marlboro, I'm not going to say it again. Maryland. Now, I just gave you a long list of businesses, right? What I said was the first one, restaurants. I'm going to type in restaurant and click search. Now we have a nice long list of all of the restaurants in and around this town. And look what happens. I can actually, right from this screen, choose a category to put them in. So like, let's say we're going to add Crave It to the site, okay? Put them into restaurants and food service and click create listing. And look at that. We now have a listing for Crave It on the site. I'm going to click view listing. We just did this for you. So like half of your work is already done. We got the hours of operation, we got the address, we got the phone number, map with directions, the website link, social media connection, the payment methods they accept. Now just copy and paste some additional information about them, and this listing is done. So we try to save you as much time as we possibly can with getting the site populated and also figuring out who am I going to be targeting first. It's all right here. Back to your dashboard. Like I said, you can manage your listings at any point. You can dive in to see any details about the listing. I'm going to delete this one only because I'm actually working on the site. That's the framework for when you sign up. You get essentially a version of this site. Now check this out. Not only can you completely control your plans like I indicated to you before, by simply clicking on edit, you can control the color and the name and all this fun stuff, but you can control the yearly and the monthly pricing for these. You can even add coupon codes, so people who you give a coupon code to can save additional on whichever plan they decide to sign up with. You can also have additional users on your account. So what's really cool is that if you want to have a salesperson or someone else who's going to help you manage the site have access to the dashboard, you can grant them limited access. So they can only do certain things from within the dashboard. The appearance and design tab is going to allow you to customize the look of your site. Really easy to do. You know, we say you'll be up and running the next day or the same day with this for a reason. There's really not a lot you have to do in order to get the site launched. There's a couple of, very simple steps to point your domain name, and you're kind of done. And getting acquainted with this platform is super simple, like managing categories, for example. It's all right here. It's very intuitive. You edit a category, you delete a category, you rearrange them, whatever. You can even see your statistics, so you can track how your site's performing over time. This is helpful to you, so you can understand how your efforts are being, maximized. And you can report this to your clients if you'd like to, or just keep for your own marketing purposes. But it's all right here. It's all built in, all very easy to get acquainted with. I don't want to give you too much to sink your teeth into, but also, quite honestly, there's not that much more to show you because we're focused on keeping this simple. We want to equip you with the ability to start selling listings right away, to get going right away. And we'll do everything in our power to make sure that you are able to effectively do that. Now, let's go back to what we were just doing before. Of course, my screen's probably not going to go back to where it's supposed to go. Hold on. There we go. Wow. Only took me 2 tries. Okay. Let's talk about what's involved in terms of cost and getting started. So we essentially have 2 plans, okay? Now, the way our plans work are you pay monthly or you pay yearly. And what happens is if you pay monthly, you have an additional setup fee. And if you pay yearly, the setup fee is waived. But right now, we're actually doing a promotion where we're waiving the entire setup fee. So that means if you choose the monthly option, you're only paying the $199 per month, your first month of $199, and that's it. That's how you get started right now. This promotion is going on through the end of the month. I would encourage anyone who is not ready to sign up for this yearly program to take advantage of this monthly deal because you're going to save $500, which is the setup fee. Now, and it's going to be the middle plan when you get to our site. So what I want to emphasize to everyone here is that you're paying for the platform on a monthly or annual basis. It's our software ultimately, but you're the one starting the business. It's your business. I want to remind you that your site is 100% your business. We don't tell you how to run it. You can set your own prices, as you've heard me say 1,000 times, and charge however much you want. There's no hidden royalties or franchise fees. We keep our hands off of your revenue. The software is also white labeled. No one will know that you're using our platform behind the scenes. And of course, we built the software to be incredibly user-friendly. So there's no experience required to get up and running. Now, I guess I was a step behind there on the slide. The best part is that our pricing includes everything you need. You do not have to worry about any of the technical stuff because we give you your own turnkey website that you can put your own domain name on. We provide the super secure cloud-based hosting, and it's fully mobile optimized for all devices. You get professionally designed marketing material to help you promote your business, expert training and support with built-in payment processing. So once again, your clients can sign up themselves by inputting their credit card right into your website. It's all here. All you have to do is go out and sell. Now, here's a few tips for success I'd like to share with you before we wrap this up today. First, get started right away. Look, maybe you have a friend or a family member who runs a business. Put together a listing for them because building a real listing for a real business will help you get familiar with the platform and build up your confidence. And never stop generating leads. Create a target number of leads every day for yourself. Maybe it's 20, 40, 80, 100. The more leads you have, the more sales you'll generate. Remember, utilize the concept of a free listing because something free is always nice. Let them know that you don't require a payment to show them what you're capable of offering them. Next tip I have is picking a niche or a niche, depending how you want to pronounce it. Maybe you have a personal, some sort of personal working experience, perhaps at a restaurant, then target restaurants. Maybe you have a passion for gardening, then target landscapers. Focus on what you know to make a success of it. One thing I want to emphasize is take advantage of the sales and marketing material that you get access to when you sign up. There is where you're going to find the flyers, the brochures, the sales scripts, and more, which you can customize and start using to promote your business right away. And be sure to not undervalue or underprice your services. Look, you're offering business owners a substantial value proposition. So sell with confidence that this is the best deal going. And stay on track and stay committed. If you follow our steps to success, you can get there if you're persistent. Finally, utilize our support. We're here to help you make sure that you have every chance of being successful. Reach out to our support team because that's what it's there for. Now, that's it. Now you know how the program works, what's included. You know everything there is to know about starting a business directory website. But I'm sure some of you still have some questions, and I'm happy to get to them now. My moderators have been diligent at answering any questions that have been coming up as we have begun here. So I'm going to go through some of those and address them for everybody else who did not get a chance to see them. And if you haven't asked a question yet, please do it now. Don't worry about it being, if you think it might be silly. The way we have this structured is no one else is going to be able to see your question you're asking, and I'm not going to say anyone's last name, okay? So I'm just going to use first names only, and you'll be all set. Okay, let's see some of these questions that we have coming in. So it looks like some of the questions that came in I have since addressed. Perhaps uh, you wrote in just before we were going to talk about that. So here's a question that came in from Doris, and she said, how do you compare this to, let's say, Valpak? For those of you who don't know, Valpak is like a series of like coupons or like little promotional flyers that get in an envelope. It just shows up at my house. I don't know how. And they're kind of difficult to work through, but basically businesses pay to be featured on these little slips of paper that go into an envelope. Um, Valpak is direct mail and it's print, right? This, of course, is online. Your business directory website is completely online. The cost to advertise in Valpak, it's expensive. You're going to notice that people who advertise on Valpak are generally the much larger businesses. Not everybody can afford it. Okay, think about it, direct mail. I mean, you got to pay postage, you got to pay the printing, you got to pay the distribution. It's a lot of stuff. So they're never going to be even in the same realm in terms of monthly or yearly fees, because they might need what you're charging for a year just for to be featured once in their Valpak. But I will say that if you do see businesses advertising in Valpak, heck, approach them. Okay, um, you know, give them the opportunity to have an additional way to market their business at a very affordable monthly fee. Let's see what else. John wrote in, can I launch more than one directory website? I'd like to target a few towns in my area, each with their own site. Heck yeah, John. That's a great question. A lot of people choose to do this. What's really nice about creating a local business directory on coupon website is that it's local. Okay, so what I don't really recommend you saying, I'm going to do all of Chicago, whatever. Focus on a smaller area. It's going to be easier and less intimidating for you to market to. And the businesses that are in one section of Chicago, for example, they're not looking for clients on the opposite end of Chicago. The majority of, like, say, restaurants, for example, they want customers that are within like a 3-mile radius of their home, of their restaurant. Because what does that mean? The business is going to come back. The people are going to come back over and over and over and over again. So people want local clientele. Think about home improvement. Do you really think that a home improvement guy is going to want to travel 60 miles in one direction for a job that lasts 4 months? And have to do a 60-mile drive there and back in a truck that gets 11 miles per gallon every single day? No, he wants to have local customers. Local. So for you to set up multiple sites makes a heck of a lot of sense, because if you're sensing a little bit of opportunity in a neighboring area, great, go build a website for them now and manage 2, manage 3, manage 5. We have a lot of people managing many different websites using our platform. June asked a question here. Can businesses sign up and create a listing themselves from my site? Yes, as I did point out to you before, on the advertise page of your website, people can come, choose their plan, click get started, and actually enter their credit card or debit card information in, create their password and account. They'll get charged right then and there, and they'll have instant access to their listing. Okay. What else we got here? Can I cross state lines? That's an interesting question. Can I cross state lines to launch a second website? That's from Adonia. Yeah, absolutely. Especially like any tri-state area, quad state area, where there's a lot of crossover. Why not? I don't see any issue with that at all. When you're close enough to a border, lots of times people even might even consider crossing the border to go to a business. So lots of times when you're in that kind of area, it's kind of like it's very fluid. There isn't really like, oh, I'm gonna cross over into Jersey now, or cross over into whatever. Like, it's just, yeah, I gotta go over there, and it's down the road, but it's technically a different state, so don't worry about it. We're getting some people asking about territories. Yeah, there's a lot of territories that are open, a lot of places you can almost look, you can launch this almost anywhere. And people are like, oh, is my area too small? No, there's no such thing as an area that's too small, okay? Just go for it. Here's a question from Lauren. Hi, Justin, I'm a SiteSwan client. Thinking about, oh, by the way, nice to have you here, Lauren. SiteSwan is actually our sister company. If you have any interest in building websites for small businesses in addition to selling listings on a directory website that you launch, check over at siteswan.com. It could be a really great add-on service to you once you get started with Ideal Directories. Thinking about starting a directory website to add more value to my web design services. Right on, makes sense. Also, I figure if I can't sell them a website right away, I can at least sell them a listing. What do you think? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Lauren. We got to realize that even though there's huge demand for websites, if a business already has a kick-butt website that they absolutely love, well, you can still offer them something. You can still offer them advertising. Regardless of how good or bad a business's marketing is, their website, their anything, every business could always benefit from some additional online exposure through your website, whether it's for the purposes of credibility, whether it's for the purposes of getting more backlinks to their website, maybe it's for the purpose of just, getting additional exposure, owning more spots in the search results for their business name. There's a lot of benefits that extend beyond the basics of marketing that you can definitely utilize here. All right, I'm going to take like one or two more questions. So please, if you have something that you're like, I got to get answered, post it now so that we can go over it together. Here's one from Michelle. Michelle said, I sold Yellow Page listings for years. Oh, cool. I think this is an awesome concept and I'm excited about joining. Question though, can I charge businesses a yearly fee, say $199 per year for a basic listing instead of monthly? Yes. In fact, that's a very popular way that people get started selling listings, is they will focus on the yearly plan. And if you incentivize people to choose yearly, and how do you do that? By giving them some sort of discount off the monthly rate. So for example, if you're charging, $50 a month, for example, multiply that by 12, that's $600 for the year. Maybe your yearly price is going to be $500 or $400, so that you're incentivizing people to put more money down up front, and then they'll be with you for the entire year. What it does is it incentivizes them, gives them a discount, it gets them committed, and it also gets you more revenue up front and gets you committed to to them. So it's really an ideal way, get it, to get folks signed up. And if you're going to hire a sales rep, by the way, selling yearly plans is really advantageous, because then you can assign a higher commission structure to your client, to your salesperson, when they make that yearly deal. Yellow Pages, yeah, Yellow Pages is the Yellow Pages, the golden days of Yellow Pages are certainly over, unfortunately, but the need for a local directory so people know what the heck is around them and who they should be going to, that still exists. That need is still there. That need has not been filled. The gap is wide open in so many different markets across the country. All right, last question. I'm going to take this one from William. Will you guys help me come up with a name for my directory? What about logos? Great question. So yes, we have a nice article about best practices, best names for your directory. And it basically has to do with taking a couple of keywords, mixed with the town or the city or the area you're serving, kind of mushing them together, and you can have a really cool domain name. Now, you can purchase your domain name from anywhere. We have a recommended vendor called cheapandeasydomains.com, but you can purchase it from them, assign it to your site right away, easy breezy. Logos. We also offer logo design as an add-on service. If you wanted us to do your logo, which we've done hundreds, you would have us do it. It's $200 one-time fee. We give you, at least 3 different concepts to choose from, 2 rounds of revisions if you need it. You end up with a nice high-quality logo you can put on t-shirts, on hats, on your flyers and your brochures and everything. So definitely check that out if you're interested. All right, I say we stop here. We got some really good questions. We had a very good session today. Look, if anything else comes up, you know how to reach us. You've been assigned an account representative. who you can email or call anytime. Please reach out with questions. If you lost their information for whatever reason, send a note to sales@idealdirectories.com and we'll be more than happy to help. Now, I want to tell you one thing that's going to happen. As soon as I click End Event on my screen here, there's going to be a replay that starts from the beginning. So if you missed any portion of this or want to hear it again, you can watch it through or skip ahead to the certain part. If you want to hear me address your questions again, then by all means, just skip to that part, whatever you'd like to do. So with that, I'll say goodbye. Have a great rest of the day and the rest of the week. Hope to see you on board. We'll talk to you all soon. Take care.